Hello and welcome to this tutorial. Today I am going to explain you about the simulation steps of the dipole antenna. For this, first of all, let us look at the geometry of our dipole antenna, how it looks alike. So this is our dipole antenna. Capital L is the total length of the dipole, and small l is the length of the one element of the dipole, and r is the radius of the dipole. So here is the feed, and there is the gap between these two feeds. Okay, so let's start the design. So let's start the designing of a dipole antenna in HFSS software. For this, open your HFSS software. Click on HFSS design, insert HFSS design. Then this 3D modeler window will appear on your screen. As usual, first of all, go into the HFSS tab, then set the solution type. According to the geometry of our antenna, the dipole antenna, we choose driven model, which is already selected by default, and then click on OK. After that, please set your design units. For this, go into modeler tab and select the units. I am selecting my units mm, then click on OK. For designing a dipole antenna, you can see from the picture, this is one arm of the dipole and this is the second arm of the dipole. So we are going to design the cylindrical dipole. For this, we have to design the cylinders. There are two ways to design a cylinder. Select cylinder from the toolbar menu and draw a cylinder like this. Drag it for the radius and drag it in the z direction for the height. This is the one way to create a cylinder. For now enter all the parameters like radius and height which you have calculated through the design equations of the dipole antenna, and enter it. And there is another way to design a dipole or define the parameters already in the HFSS software. For this, I am pressing Ctrl Z for undoing the action. For inserting your design equations in the HFSS software, go into the HFSS tab, and then the second last option is design properties. Click on this. Now you have here you can define your parameters, your design equations as you want. For adding your design equations, click on add, and then start defining your equations. My equations will be, I have to calculate first of all I have to calculate the lambda, then I have to calculate the total length, then radius, then length of the one arm, then the gap between these two. Okay, so define all the parameters one by one by clicking add. So I am defining lambda. I am designing my dipole antenna at the resonant frequency of 29.9792 gigahertz. Please note, I am designing my dipole antenna at 29.9792 frequency, which is the resonant frequency for the dipole antenna which I am going to design. So I am defining all my parameters. First of all, define lambda. You can choose any name according to your convenience. For lambda, I am typing lambda. Select unit type. Lambda is basically length, so I am selecting length here. Select length, and unit type are in the mm. My lambda value will be 10 mm. Then click on OK. Now I'm going to define my radius of the dipole, which is this radius of the one element of the dipole. I am giving it name as dipole underscore radius. Then formula for my dipole radius will be lambda by 200. Here there is no need to select the unit types. HFSS will take it automatically as a length. Then click on OK. Then define the gap between the two elements of the dipole. Gap, and my gap will be 0.12, 0.0125. Select unit type as length. Units are in mm. Then click on OK. Then after this, the total length of the dipole. Then click on add. Give it name as, I'm giving it name as RES length, and formula for this 143 divided by f in terms of frequency, and in terms of lambda it will be 0.475 multiplied by lambda. So value for this value for the total length of the dipole is 0.475 multiplied by lambda. Click on OK. Now length of the one element of the dipole. Again click on add. Define the length of the dipole, one element of the dipole. Define variable for this, and the value for this will be RES length, which is the total length of the of our dipole antenna, divided by 2. Why divided by 2? Because we are defining for the one element of the dipole, minus gap divided by 2. Why I am defining gap divided by 2 here? Because for the exact dimensions, according to this geometry, we have the gap is divided between these two arms, so I am taking gap divided by 2. Okay, then click on OK. Now all the parameters for this dipole are defined. Now next step is to define the parameters or define the design equations for our radiation box, which we will use for the analysis of our dipole antenna. So again click on add. Define the radius of the of our radiation box. We will take our radiation box as cylinder. Then give the name radiation underscore RAD, which is the radius of our radiation box, and the value for this will be radius of our dipole plus lambda divided by 4. Then click on OK. Now we have to define the height for the radiation box, and again click on add and define the height. Radiation underscore height, and the value for this will be total length of the dipole, and the values for the height of the radiation box will be the gap between the two elements of the dipole divided by 2 plus length of the one element of the dipole, which is dipole underscore length, plus lambda divided by 10. You can simply define your define the height of the radiation box. That will be the total length of the dipole, which is RS length, as we have already assigned it, plus lambda by 4, but we are taking this formula for the exact calculations and for the better results. Then click on OK. Now our all the parameters we have added into the HFSS. Then click on OK. Now for designing the one element of the dipole, click on cylinder and draw the cylinder like this. For the height, drag your mouse in the Z direction, and now this dipole is created here. Then this properties window will appear. Now set the positions. I am taking my x position is 0 and y is also 0, and z position is gap divided by 2, because our total gap is divided between the two elements of the dipole, and my axis will be z and radius will be dipole underscore radius, which is the radius of the dipole, the one element of the dipole, and height will be dipole underscore height. Then again click on OK. Sorry, why this has happened? Because our variable for the height is not dipole underscore height, it is dipole underscore length. So we have to be very careful about the variables when we are defining variables, or when we are entering the variables in our design. Then click on OK. Now press Ctrl D for fit the view. Now one element of the dipole or one conductor of the dipole is created. Now we have to create another element in the minus z direction or in this direction. So for this there are two ways. You can simply follow all the steps, create the cylinder manually and define the axis as minus z axis, and there is another option which is provided by the HFSS. For just select your object. Before this we have to, or we can change the name of this dipole. Getting as dipole. Now we have to assign the material as perfect electric conductor, because the elements of the dipoles are conductors. Okay, then select PEC and click on OK. Again click on OK. You can change the color from here and transparency also. Then select your object, give a right click, then go into edit. Then the duplicate option is available here. You can duplicate your object along the line around axis, or you can create the mirror image of your object. So I am selecting around axis option and click on this. Then this window will appear in front of you. I'm selecting my direction will be in x direction and angle will be in, angle is 180 degree. Then again click on OK. Now you can see the another element of the dipole is